Hey learner, ever notice how some traders just seem to nail it, while others, well, don't? We're diving into Building the Mindset of a Trader by Sara Jorge today. To uncover a secret weapon most traders don't even realize they need their mindset. And to help us unearth these golden nuggets of wisdom, we have our expert guide right here with us.
It's tempting to think the magic bullet is a killer strategy or insider info. But the real game changer, it's all about you, your beliefs, habits, and how you react to the markets every twist and turn.
Okay, hold on. That's a lot to unpack. So the book says our brains crave certainty and dodge pain, which is like the opposite of how markets roll, right?
Exactly. It's like trying to impose a strict schedule on a toddler. Good luck with that. That's the adaptability gap in action. Imagine poring over charts, convinced the stock will go up, only to watch it plummet. That's your brain clinging to certainty, battling the market's unpredictable nature.
The book even goes as far as to say we're not cut out to be traders. Ouch.
It's more about adapting our natural instincts to thrive in this environment. A great example of this is in the book's 10 Key Market Principles. These aren't just trading tips. They're like the fundamental laws governing this universe.
Right, like principle #1. The market is an uncertain place where anything can happen. Talk about a reality check.
So true. Many traders crave control. But the real mastery lies in controlling our reactions, not price movements. That's a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people.
And then there's principle #4, the one that makes everyone cringe. Losses are inevitable. I mean, no one likes to lose, but the book argues that how you react to a loss is what separates the trading titans from, well, everyone else.
It's like learning to see a stumble not as a failure, but as feedback. Imagine a basketball player missing a shot. Do they quit? No, they analyze what went wrong and adjust. Losses could be invaluable information, a chance to refine your strategy and become a student of the market.
And it's not just about analyzing the charts, is it? The book makes a big deal about how our ego can really mess us up in trading.
Yeah, it's true. We often think it's about being right, but in trading, it's about being profitable.
Right.
And those are two very different things.
So like that saying, would you rather be right or would you rather be rich?
Exactly. Our ego wants to protect itself. And it clings to beliefs even when they're not serving us. And this leads to bad habits, like the classic, widening your stop loss just to avoid admitting you might be wrong.
Ouch. Yeah, I can see how that would lead to even bigger losses. The book talks about a trader, John, who did exactly that, widened his stop loss when the price went against him, only to watch it plummet further. Talk about adding insult to injury.
John's story is such a perfect example of how our emotions can hijack our trading decisions. And this is where the habit loop comes in.
Okay. The habit loop. Remind us what that is again?
Think of it as a cycle. A cue triggers a craving, which leads to a response, and then a reward. It's happening all the time, even when we're not aware of it.
Okay. So in trading, a cue could be seeing the price go against you. The craving is to avoid being wrong, so you widen your stop loss as a response. And the reward is that temporary relief of not having to face a loss, right?
You nailed it. But here's the good news. You can actually change this loop. It's not about becoming an emotionless robot. It's about rewiring those automatic responses.
That's empowering. So how do we actually do that? Because let's face it, we all have those moments where our emotions want to take the wheel.
The book outlines 5 key skills for change: emotional regulation, mindfulness, awareness of your internal dialogue, disruption of limiting beliefs, and the intentional replacement of bad habits with good ones.
5 skills. Let's break those down a bit. Emotional regulation. That sounds like a tough one. How do you tell your emotions to chill out, especially in the heat of the moment when a trade is going sideways?
It's not about suppressing emotions. It's about learning to observe them without letting them dictate your actions. Mindfulness plays a key role here. Imagine being able to hit pause right when that wave of fear or greed surges and observe it without judgment. That's the first step to changing those patterns.
So it's about becoming aware of those thoughts, those stories we tell ourselves, like this trade is going to ruin me, and then choosing a different response.
Exactly. It's about creating a space between the stimulus and your reaction. That space is where the magic happens.
This is where the book dives into the fascinating world of neuroscience, right? Reprogramming your subconscious. That sounds like some next level stuff.
It's all about those neural pathways. Every time you repeat a thought or behavior, you strengthen those connections in your brain. The more you practice a positive behavior, the more ingrained it becomes.
So it's like building a new mental muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
Exactly. Eventually, your brain will automatically go to that new, healthier response.
So instead of panicking and closing a trade prematurely, you take a breath, assess the situation objectively, And make a rational decision based on your strategy.
You're getting it. It's about rewiring those automatic responses so you can trade with a clear mind and make decisions that align with your goals, not your fears.
You know, it's funny. One thing that really struck me was that idea of embracing uncertainty. It sounds counterintuitive, but the more you accept the market's unpredictable nature, the less it throws you off your game, you know?
It is. It's so true. It's like learning to surf. You know what I mean? You can't control the waves, but you can learn to ride them. It's about shifting your focus from what you can't control the market to what you can control.
You're right. So it's about trusting your strategy, trusting your process, and accepting that even losses are a natural part of the journey. It's not about winning every single trade, but about having a system that delivers consistent results over time, right?
Exactly. It's about having that discipline to stick to your plan,
Yeah.
even when things get choppy.
Yeah.
And that's where self-confidence comes in.
Yeah, the book talks about confidence as like this key ingredient for trading success. But what I found really interesting is that it's not just about believing in your strategy, but also believing in yourself, in your ability to like navigate the ups and downs of the market.
It's like that old saying, right? Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And the book suggests some really cool techniques
Yeah.
for like building that self-belief. Remember like those cue cards we talked about?
You mean using them to remind yourself of past mistakes?
Yeah.
I can see how that would be powerful.
Yeah, it's about connecting those negative thoughts with their real-world consequences. But you can also use cue cards to, like, remind yourself of your wins. Those times you followed your plan. And it paid off.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like giving your brain evidence that you can do this, that you have what it takes to succeed.
Yeah, it's all about rewiring those neural pathways, remember. You're literally changing your brain to expect success.
This has been an amazing deep dive. We've covered so much ground, from like understanding how our brains are wired for trading, to the importance of self-awareness and emotional regulation, to the power of building confidence and embracing uncertainty.
And the beauty of it all is that these skills don't just apply to trading, right? They're life skills.
Yeah.
That can help us navigate any challenge, achieve any goal, and live a more fulfilling life.
So for those of you listening, as you continue on your own trading journey, remember this: it's a marathon, not a sprint. There will be ups and downs, wins and losses.
But by understanding the power of your own mind, by mastering these skills and principles, you can transform your trading and unlock a level of success you never thought possible.
And who knows, you might even discover a more confident, resilient, and empowered version of yourself along the way. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and happy trading.